Hi, this is Bob Flisser. I want to show you how you could use Microsoft Office 2010 to take screenshots, sometimes called screen clippings or screen captures. Some of these methods are kind of hidden, so you might not know that they're there. I'm going to leave my favorite method for last. First, I want to show you a feature that's been built into Microsoft Windows itself. So it doesn't matter which version of Microsoft Office you have. You might know already that you can simply press the print screen key on your keyboard to get a capture of your entire computer screen. But here's what you might not know. I'm in Microsoft PowerPoint. I could be in any program, doesn't really matter. And I'm just going to open up a dialog box. It could be any dialog box in any program. But now that it's open, if I hold down the Alt key on the keyboard when I press the print screen key, now I'll just close the dialog box. That dialog box itself, and not the entire screen, is in the clipboard. And now when I paste, I'll just press Ctrl-V to paste. You see that dialog box gets pasted in. I'll just create a new slide here. Ctrl-Shift-M is the shortcut. So that's Windows. Let's talk about Microsoft Office. Let's say you want to get a screenshot of another program that's running on your computer at the moment. What you can do is go to the Insert tab, and again, keep in mind I'm in PowerPoint. This will also work in Word and Excel and other Office applications. So I'm on the Insert tab, I go here to Screenshot. Let's say I want to get this logo that happens to be in Adobe Acrobat. All I have to do is click it. And boom, in one step, with one click, it captures the entire Adobe Acrobat window and pops it into PowerPoint. Let me just show you that window for a moment. Here is Adobe Acrobat itself, and here's what it pasted into PowerPoint. Now, you might just want the logo. You might not want all the toolbars and everything else. So when you have it selected, simply go to the Format tab in the Picture Tools section, click Crop, get the Crop tool, and now using these crop handles, you can crop out everything that you don't want. And then just click outside it or hit the Escape key on your keyboard when you're done. And now you have just that part of the window or the document that you wanted. But this could be even a little bit more interactive. Let's say you want just a certain part of a window that you have open. First thing you want to do is switch to it. So here I have Google Maps open in my web browser. I'm using Google Chrome here. It could be any web browser. Now that it's on the screen, I'm going to go back to PowerPoint. And again, I could be easily doing this in Microsoft Word or Excel. Doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be PowerPoint. I go back to the Insert menu, back to Screenshot, and I'm not going to click the window. I'm going to click down here where it says Screen Clipping. That transfers me back to the web browser because that was the most previous window that I was in. And you see my mouse pointer becomes a crosshair. The rest of the window is grayed out. And if I can see here what I'm doing, I'm going to drag a box, let go of the mouse pointer, and the map that I dragged the mouse pointer over, immediately gets popped into PowerPoint. So that's great, but you might say, well, every time I need to do a screenshot, I have to do this two-step and switch back and forth between one program and another. What you can do is use Microsoft OneNote as a screen capture utility. Now, there are plenty of independent screen capture utilities out there. Some are free and some cost money, but chances are you already have Microsoft OneNote, even if you're not using it. If you have Microsoft Office 2010, guaranteed you have OneNote because OneNote comes with every version of Office 2010. And what's nice is even if you're not using OneNote, you can still use OneNote as a screen capture tool. Here's what I mean. I'm going to insert a new slide in PowerPoint, and I'm going to minimize PowerPoint. In OneNote, you want to go to the File tab, and then down here towards the bottom, choose Options. In the Options dialog, you want to go to Display, and you see over here where it says Place OneNote icon in the notification area of the taskbar. You want to check that. And then over here where it says Send to OneNote, where it says Screen Clippings, now you have a choice here. My advice is choose Clipboard Only. That makes this feature the most flexible. And then click OK. You might notice that down in the notification area, that's the area of your taskbar near your clock, you might see a little OneNote icon. But that's okay, you can pretty much ignore it. Here's what it's going to do for you. Let me go back to the web browser. Now I'm going to press the shortcut key Windows S. That is, I'm going to hold down the Windows logo key on the keyboard and press S. S for screen. Notice, like we saw before, the screen grays out. I have a crosshair, and I'll just grab part of the screen, let go, and notice it doesn't switch me anywhere. I'm still sitting here on this page. That means I can go to any program that I have and paste the screen capture, which means that, for example, I can go to an email message. And in the body of the email message, now I can paste. I'll press Control V, and that pastes the graphic. Let me go back to the web browser. I'll go to a different page. Maybe I want to get this grid here. Again, I'll press Windows key S. I'll select part of the screen, and now I could go to my email message and paste, or maybe I could go back to PowerPoint and paste. Of course, I could go to Onenote and paste. Resize it if I need to. And here's what it's also great for, is maybe you want to show a friend or a coworker how to use a particular feature. So let me go back to PowerPoint. Maybe I want to show somebody how to use that other feature, that other screen capture feature. I'll go back to the Insert tab, and I'll press Windows key S, and I'll select just that little icon there. And now I'll go back to my email message. Let me just delete this, and I'll tell my friend, here's how to use the screen capture feature in Office. And now I'll paste. That is such a cool and easy to use feature. I find myself using it all day long. I do recommend that you look into Onenote if you're not already using it, but even if you don't need it for anything else, for that feature alone, I think it's worth it. Thanks for watching.